nice. We'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So mama, don't stress your mind. So mama, don't stress your mind.
Hey perfectly imperfects, welcome back to my channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like and the notification bell. Go ahead and turn that on. Now stay tuned for this beat. I'm starting off with applying my Blistex. Then I'm going to apply my face lotion, and I apply that all over my face and my neck. You want to make sure that your canvas is very moisturized. So just go ahead and rub that in. Getting all on the cheeks, the neck, everywhere. Make sure it's good and moisturized. After I do that, I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyebrow stencils. And I normally draw my brows on, but sometimes I like to use the stencils. They work great. So go ahead and put those on. It just makes it easier to get your brows even and how you want them, the thickness. Now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D brow pomade in the shade Dark Brown and Walnut. And I'm just going to use a brow brush and apply that. And I think I'm using my Showstoppers brow brush for this. It has a spoolie on one end and it has the angled brow brush on the other end. These brushes are everything. Like, they are so amazing. If y'all have not had a chance to get these brushes, the brow kits, go ahead and get them. They're reasonable in price, and I think right now she has half off for the lights. So just go ahead and fill those brows in. And look how simple and easy that is. Just, you get your brows done in like 1, 2, 3, like literally, without having to worry about anything. And then you just go and shape them up once you're done. So I'm just making sure I'm getting product everywhere I want it to go and how I want it to be on my brows. Look at that, so simple. Then I'm going to use my LA Pro Girl Concealer in Creamy Beige, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up these brows. So I typically use the same products, same like base products. The only thing that I normally change out is my shadows and whatever lippy I'm going to use. Sometimes my primers get changed out and what spray I use get changed out too. But for the most part, most of my products are the same. So I'm just cleaning these brows up, and you see how easy that is when you use a stencil, and then you can just go in and clean that up. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Now I'm cleaning up the top part of the brow. I'm still using the same product, and I'm not worried about the halo look because we actually cover that with concealer, with a different concealer that's a little darker, as well as our foundation. I'm just making sure I got them how I want them, and if you mess up, just wipe it off. Hey, we're all human, right? Okay, so now that we have that going on, we're going to go ahead and blend this out. And the brush I'm using, I believe it's the Showstopper number 6 brush. It comes in the brow kit. And you just blend that concealer out. Next, I'm going to go in with my PLouise base, I believe it is. And this is in the Rumor 2 shade. And I'm showing that brush again. Just making sure that's all blended in nicely. I know eventually I'll get to that base, y'all. Alright, here we go with the PLouise base, rumor number 2. We're going to go ahead and get that all over the lid, and we're going to pat that in where we want it to be. Make sure we have some good coverage. Make sure you get that blended in nicely, because that's your base, that's your foundation for your shadows. Then we're going to go ahead and blend it in on the other side as well. Get it all nice and blended. Get that base ready for when we get ready to apply our shadows. And the eyeshadow palette that I'm using today is going to be the Morphe Jacklyn Hill palette. That's like one of my ride or die palettes. So I'm just still blending this in, making sure all the creases are getting covered, making sure there's no product that's been missed. Make sure there's no creasing. So that's my, what is that? That's my Pretty Vulgar. That's the translucent powder. And I just want to set that before I go in with my my eyeshadows. So I'm just putting that powder all over the lid. I'm just putting it over where we applied that base. So there's my Jacklyn Hill palette. We're going to go ahead and go into like a kind of a tannish color that's in that palette. It's kind of a brown tan color. And we're going to put that in the crease, and we're just going to blend that out. And we're doing windshield wiper motion as well as the circular motion. So you just do what works best for you. I use both, so they both work good, pretty good for me. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side. We're just blending that shade on out. And I'm just showing you the shade that I'm going into, that I'm using for that. We're still blending that same shade. We just want to make sure we build it up how we want it. And you want to start off with less and just work your way up. So just build up the color, how deep you want it to be. Less is always better, because if you don't have enough, you can always add more. If you put too much, you cannot take away. Now we're going into another shade, another brown shade in that palette, and we're just going to put that all over the lid. I'm just making sure that I get that blended all over the lid. And blend it nicely with that other shade. And of course, repeat. We're going to do the same thing on the other eye. So I need to figure out what to take, or what I can take for allergies. I swear my eyes have just been watering lately. My nose, like, it's been bad here in Texas, y'all. Bad. Anyway, so I'm still just blending that shade in, making sure I get enough coverage, making sure I'm getting the color where I want it to be. And you want to make sure it's blended good and blend it out evenly. So that's what you see me doing. Now I'm going to go in with my, what liner is this? I think this is my San Marcel liner. And we're going to go ahead and line the lids. We're not going to do a wing or anything. I just want to have something for my lashes to be able to hide that band, be able to blend a little more when you put that band on. So I want to have a little bit of coverage or something, just something black there, you know, for the lash band. So I'm just doing a thin line. And then my thin line actually is going to turn into a kind of thicker line, so it's alright though. It still came out nice. So I'm just making sure I get that eyeliner on there and where I want it. Then we're going to go in with another shade, a lighter shade inside of that eyeshadow palette. And we're just going to go up under the brow bone and make sure we put some, it's a little bit of shimmer. It's slight shimmer to it. Not a lot. We just want to brighten up that area. These are the lashes I'm using, and they are the Janney's Deja Vu, the OMG 3D lashes. I just went ahead and put glue and let them get tacky. Now I'm putting on the Tatcha, the Skin Canvas Primer. This is my first time using this primer, and I actually like it. I was smelling it there to see if it had a smell to it. And it has like a light hint smell, like of a perfumey kind of smell. Not bad, and it's really vague. It's really light. It's not strong at all. So I'm going to go ahead and pat that all over the face. And the more you put, the smell does deepen. But like I said, it's not too bad. So instead of rubbing it in, I'm just patting it. I've seen a couple of YouTubers do this. I've seen Taylor Made Jane do this. And she's actually the one that made me want to try this product. And that's the way she applied it. So that's how I'm applying it. I'm just patting it all over the skin, all over the surface, just patting it in instead of rubbing it. She said that it works best this way. So that's what I'm doing, just pat, pat, pat. Just going back over some places where the product is still there, where I hadn't pushed it in yet or patted it in. Is patted even a word, y'all? Patted? Pat it in. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, okay? You want to make sure you get your neck too, so I'm getting that area as well, and I'm just making sure I pat that in. I like to get everywhere I'm going to be putting product. Now I'm going in with my lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on. They're tacky already, so I put the glue on there and I let them get tacky while I put the primer on. So now I'm putting those on, and I like to use my fingers. I have better control that way. I do not like to use tweezers when I do my top lashes. I'll end up poking my damn eye out. So now we're going to go ahead and get the other lash on. And we're just pushing that in, making sure we got it where we want it to be. I think that's pretty good. Now we are going in with our argan oil. It's a 100% pure argan oil with vitamin E, and we're going to place that under our eyes where our dark circles are. I just want to make sure that it's very well hydrated, just because I tend to put a lot of product underneath my eyes. I'm putting on the Black Radiance HD concealer. It's a corrector. It's an orange shade. So we're going to go ahead and put that on under our eyes just to help conceal these circles. This product actually works pretty well, y'all. I've used it in my last couple of videos, I think, and it's very creamy and smooth, and I love it. Like, it works really good, and it gives good coverage. I got it from Walmart, and it was not expensive at all. I think it was like $2 and something. So I'm going to go ahead and push that in with my damp sponge. I think my son was asking me something right there. I don't know. Alright, so we're pushing that in. Then we are going to go in with our Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer in the shade 12, as well as the Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Medium. And we are going to apply that right over where we just color corrected. And like I said, that just helps conceal those dark circles. This actually works well for me. You don't have to do all these steps and use all these different products, but I like to use these steps and these different products because it, like I said, it works well for me and it helps conceal these hereditary dark circles I have. So I'm just using my concealer brush, and we're going to go ahead and put this product right on top of that corrector. And I go in a triangle kind of shape just to help conceal that hollowness as well. And you want to bring the product down past where your dark circles are and where that hollowness is, and it helps with any shadowing that you may get or see in photos and things like that. Helps conceal all that. So I'm just making sure I got the product everywhere I want it to be. And then I believe I also take this product and go above my brows, but I'm not too sure if I show this in the clip. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that in, push it in with my sponge, same damp sponge. And you can see already how it's concealed that area very well. But like I said, I like to use a different combination of products in that area just to help conceal fully. So I am gonna go in with my e.l.f. concealer, and that's in the shade Medium, and I'm just gonna apply that right on top of that as well. Yes, I know guys, I know a lot of concealers, I know you don't have to do these steps, but I do because I like to and it works for me. So I'm just putting that e.l.f. concealer in the same areas, and you can even see how it's concealing even more. And this is the HD lifting concealer. I don't know why I'm putting it right there on my nose. I think I put it right there because I had some of the corrector right there as well, and I was just trying to cover up that orange. So the foundation I'm using, or am I using foundation yet? My bad, y'all. Okay, so the foundation that I'm using is, I think this is a Too Faced foundation, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. I think it's the Too Faced foundation, the Born This Way. And I really do like this foundation. I think it's more of a medium coverage, but you can build it up. But I only applied one layer of it, and it applies really good and really well on the skin, and it's going on really smooth. I do swipe down the neck. That's the only place where I actually swipe when I'm applying product. Everywhere else I usually just pat it in. But it's working really well with this not concealer, with this primer, with the Tatcha primer. It's working really well, this foundation and this primer together, so I'm really happy about that. So I'm just making sure I apply it and I'm patting it in everywhere it needs to be. And I'm making sure I get over those brows, take away that lighter concealer so I don't have that halo look. Just keep blending it in until you get it how you want it. Now I'm going in with the Fenty concealer in the shade 290. And this is going to be my highlight. Look at how creamy that is and how well that just brightens that area, and just, it covers all of that. It covers the shadowing, it covers all of that up. Look at that. It is wonderful. Like, I love this concealer, I really do. It's very creamy and easy to apply. It blends out really well. So I'm just applying that in, of course, the V shape. And then I'm going to get under the nose, like right above the lip, per usual. Right? Because I'm sure y'all see me do this in all of my videos so far. So I'm just going to apply that where I want it. I'm not taking it too far out. I'm going to apply above the lip. We are going to go down the chin, I think. Like right there, yeah, in the circle. We're going to go down the nose. And we're going to make sure we get the forehead as well. And these are all the areas that I like to highlight. Again, you don't have to do this step. This is just a step that I like to do. Now I'm going to grab my sponge and I'm going to use the other end of the sponge and I'm just going to blend this out. You don't want it to sit too long. If I was using a different concealer to highlight, I probably would have let it sit just a little longer, like the Tarte Shape Tape. If I would have used that one, I would have let it sit just for a little bit before I blended it out. Blended it out. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. Anyway, so we're just going to keep blending this in. Look at the coverage on that, y'all. Like, the coverage on this is so nice. All these products are really going well together. Blend it out over the nose. And then we're just going to blend out over the forehead as well. Them lashes are everything. I just keep looking at them. Alright. So once we're done with that, I'm going to go in with my LA Pro Girl Conceal and Beautiful Bronze. And we're going to go ahead and contour with this shade. And this is a creamy contour or creamy concealer. We're going to get on the sides of the cheek, around the forehead, on the jawline, and then we're going to go down the nose and we're going to make sure we get that nose snatched. And I like this concealer to contour with. I don't mind it, I like it. And don't talk about me. I know my contour is a little crooked on my nose, but that's okay. We're going to fix that. I'm using my oval brush and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And I'm not worried about the harsh lines right now because I'm going to go back over that with my sponge and make sure that we get that blended really well. I'm just getting the product where I want it to be for now. And then we'll go back in with that sponge and we'll make sure that that's blended out nicely. I think my son came back in there and was chit-chatting with me as usual. So we're going to continue blending this out. We're going to blend the jawline as well, using that same oval brush. I don't know why I make the weirdest faces, I swear. Did y'all see my bird face that I made when I was blending my jawline? Cray cray. So now I'm going to get a smaller oval brush and I'm going to go ahead and blend out this nose contour, and then I see that it's not centered. I noticed that, so I'm going to go back in with my sponge and I'm just going to go down the middle of that just to get it evened out so it's even on both sides. Okay, so now I'm going to, what are we going to use right now? I think we're going to use the Pretty Vulgar translucent powder mixed with the Urban Decay Velvetizer, and we're going to go ahead and set. Oh, nope, not yet. My bad, guys. Okay, we're going to use our sponge and blend it out like I said. I didn't think I showed this part on the video, but I guess I did. Alright, so we're just making sure that's all blended in nicely. We want to make sure there's no harsh lines and we get everything where we want it to be. Now we're going to go in with our... No, we didn't go in with that either. Oh my gosh. Okay, we went in with our BH Cosmetics bronzer, I think, in Totally Tan. Either that one or... No, that's the one we used, I think. Anyway, we're just going to bronze. I think it was the BH Cosmetics bronzer and Totally Tan. If not, I'll make sure I put the right one in the description of what it was that I used. And I just like to take that product all down the neck too as well. Now I think we're going to go ahead and set. Nope. Oh my gosh, we're still bronzing? Okay, so I'm just setting the cream contour that was on my nose. I'm just setting it with the powder. Y'all just ignore me, okay? I don't know what's going on with me tonight. I can't remember my steps. I'm getting ahead of myself. Actually, I didn't think I showed this in the video. But we're just blending that in. We're using the same product that we bronze with. So we're just blending that in and making sure we get that nice and set. Now we're going to use our Pretty Vulgar translucent powder mixed with the Urban Decay Velvetizer, and we're actually just going to set everywhere that we highlighted. Under the eyes, we're going to go above the lip, the chin, we're going to go down the nose, and we're going to do the forehead, and we're also going to get underneath where we contoured. Y'all, this powder just like goes everywhere into the air. Please don't breathe this stuff in. Y'all see it? You see the powder just floating up everywhere? So like I said, I'm just setting everywhere I highlighted. Even when you put a little bit of product on your brush, it still does all that fallout and the dust gets everywhere. The remnants of it just floats in the air into your lungs. Make you feel like you need a mask. So just try not to breathe that in. We're going to use our Pretty Vulgar powder just by itself, and we're just putting some more up under the eyes. So if we have fallout from doing our lower lash line, our shadows. Oh, see? There, look. Anyway, so if we have fallout from the shadows when we do our lower lash line, it won't mess up our look. We can just dust it away. So I just went back into that Jacklyn Hill palette. And this is a real simple look that we're doing tonight, guys. It's just Really simple, neutral, kind of natural-esque. I won't say natural because, I mean, we have used a lot of product, but natural-esque look, if that's even a word. So we're just blending that in the lower lash line. Now we're going to go in with our Fenty powder and honey, and we're just going to set all over the face. And we're dusting away that the setting powder as well that we use for our highlight. We're just dusting that away, and we're setting at the same time. And these contacts, guys, I'll make sure I put the name of them in the description down below. They're a gray color contact. I love these contacts. They're so pretty, so gorgeous. Alright, so now we're using our Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is my first time using this, and I really like it. It does give you that dewy, nice look, so I may have to purchase again. They didn't have the bigger one when I bought this one. They only had this small one, so that's the one I got. Now we're using our blush. It's the MAC Raizin blush. And we're just putting this on our cheeks. And I really like this blush. I've been using it probably with almost every look. I use this blush. The only time I pull out a different blush is if I have maybe like an orange look going on. So I'll use a different shade of a blush. But we are going to go ahead and use our San Marcel highlighter, and we are going to highlight. Just beautiful. I really like this highlighter. And I always mix the 3 bottom shades together. So pretty. We're going to take this highlight down the nose. We're going to get the tip of the nose. The forehead. And we're going to go right above the lip where our Cupid's bow is. Now we're using our lippy. This is the Urban Decay lip pencil in Conspiracy. And I cannot say this enough that I love this combo. Again, this lip combo I got from TaylorMade Jane, and it is gorgeous. Like, I absolutely love it. So I'm using this lip pencil, and I'm just lining my lips. And I love it so much that I got another pencil. Like, I ordered another pencil to come because I love this combo. But this lip pencil is the Urban Decay in Conspiracy. Sorry guys, I keep getting interrupted. So anyway, like I said, this is the Urban Decay lip pencil in Conspiracy, and I'm just putting that all over my lips, getting it where I want it to be. Then we are going to go in with our L'Oreal Infallible lipsticks. We're using Bittersweet first. And again, this whole lip combo is credit to TaylorMade Jane. I absolutely love it. And her. So we're putting this on our lips. Then we're going to go in with Sweet Tooth and put that on top of Bittersweet. So here comes Sweet Tooth. Such a gorgeous combo. We're going to go ahead and apply that directly on top. And these are matte lippies, which means they dry matte. They don't stay creamy. Alright, so I'm blending this in by just putting my lips together. Making sure I get it off my teeth. And then we're going to actually go in with our Buxom gloss and Blushing Margarita. Oh, no, we're not. Gosh darn it, Erin. Okay, we're spraying our face with our Urban Decay All Nighter spray first. I think I was letting my lippies dry, and that's why I went ahead and sprayed. And then I'm just going to blot my lip just to get excess product off. Now I'm going to go in with the Buxom gloss and Blushing Margarita, and I'm going to place that directly on top. Look at that combo, y'all. Like, look at that. That is so gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. Like, I love this as a nude lip combo. I absolutely love it. Love it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara just on my lashes, not on the falsies. And this is a Secret Express Control mascara. We're going to get the lower lashes. I hardly have any lashes, y'all. And I did not apply any false lashes today on the bottom. Like I said, I was just going for like a neutral, kind of natural look today. So no falsies in the bottom. Even though I think they would have looked nice, but still. So we're just blending that in, making sure we get the mascara on. And I had messed up right there. See it? Yeah. I'm just going to wipe that away. And then we are actually finished with the look. So I'm just taking my camera and showing just something simple. So I want to thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, comment, and hit that notification bell. Thank y'all, and y'all have a good night.
So mama, don't stress your mind.